is expression for radius of Bohr's atom, or you can say radius of permitted orbits. Radius of permitted orbits of an atom. Okay, so as we know, electrons revolve around the nucleus because the electrostatic force of attraction exerted by nucleus provides necessary centripetal force. Okay, because nucleus is positively charged and electron is negatively charged, so obviously nucleus attracts electron, and this attraction is electrostatic force. Okay, which is you know the formula, electrostatic force is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. This force provides necessary centripetal force, and then the electron move round and round around the nucleus. So we know the formula of centripetal force. You can see I have written mv square by r. R is radius, whose expression we need to find out. This is electrostatic force. So here K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 is charge on nucleus and Q2 is charge on electron, and divided by distance square, which is radius square. Now you can see we have substituted K is K, charge of nucleus is Ze, Z is atomic number. Okay, and charge on electron is E. So I have written this is Q1 and this is Q2, R square as it is. So this can be written as K ZE square by R square. So we are ready with electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is providing centripetal force, so put them equal. So centripetal force is equal to electrostatic force. So put the expression mv square by r is equal to K ZE square by R square. From here you can cancel. See, R is here single power, R is here double power. So one power is cancelled. So mv square is equal to this. Okay, so from here we are making the expression of R ready. R will go this side and mv square will come down. Keep it ready and give it as equation number 1. Moving further, now we'll be using Bohr's law of quantization. Bohr's quantization condition for angular momentum. Using Bohr's quantization condition for angular momentum is integral multiple of h by 2 pi, that everyone knows. Now, angular momentum L can be opened as mvr, class 11th, mvr, mass velocity into radius, is equal to nh by 2 pi. From here you find out the expression for velocity. So m and r will go down. So we are ready with the expression of velocity, which we are going to substitute in equation number 1. If you remember what is equation number 1, we can see it. It's kze square by mv square is equal to r. So let us rewrite that equation. So that equation is kze square divided by, let us see, kze square divided by mv square. Here we are substituting the value of v. This value we are substituting here. So you can see here I have substituted r is r, kze square, and then it is the value of r I have substituted. Sorry, v I have substituted. V is nh. So here you will write n square, h square, that I have written n square, h square, and similarly 2 square is 4, pi square, m square, and r square. So now you can see r single power is there and r double power is there. So one power will be cancelled. So r will be this. Okay, you can bring these quantities this side and upper quantities downward. You will be ready with the expression for radius. Now, okay, we have rewritten the expression for radius. This is the expression of radius. We have to keep in mind that the expression of radius must not contain velocity. That's all we have done. Now, from here, this value, this quantity is calculated and its value is 0.53 angstrom. So radius can be written as this way. This is the radius of nth shell. Okay. This is the radius of nth shell. Okay. Now for hydrogen, atomic number is 1. So you can substitute it as 1. Okay. Rest of the expression 0.53 n square angstrom. This is angstrom. That is 1 angstrom is 10 to the power 10 meters. So this is the final expression for Bohr's radius. Otherwise, general expression is this. This equation is the general expression. Okay, now coming to the next topic. Next topic is velocity of electron in nth shell. Velocity of revolving electron in first shell, second shell, third shell, or nth shell. So let us find it out. Method is same. method is same, like what we have done for radius we will be doing for velocity. Centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force, so put them equal. mv square by r is equal to kze square by r square. Right. Now from here again we are following the same step. This is single power of r, this is double power of r, so one power will be cancelled, r will be left here. R's value you calculate and be ready. Similarly, using Bohr's quantization condition of angular momentum, L is equal to nh by 2 pi. L can be written as mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Okay, from here we will find out the value of v, so m and r will go there. Correct. Now here we will substitute the expression of r that we have obtained. Okay, so you can substitute, and this is the expression for velocity. When you will substitute radius here, you will get the expression for velocity. Okay, this is single power of velocity, this is double power, so you can cancel one power, v will be left here and here will be 1 because this is cancelled. Okay, so finally you can arrange the terms, that is mathematics, and you can get the expression for velocity. Velocity of electron in nth shell. So expression of velocity is ready. Now from here again we will try to simplify it. Z and n, which are variable, you keep separate, rest of the quantity you keep separate. Now rest of the quantity is measured as C by 137, that is 137, 1 by 137 times of speed of light in vacuum. So it is C by 137. So suppose in exam they will ask you what is the velocity of electron in second orbit. So for you will write C by 137 and Z by 2. And if it is hydrogen, put Z as 1. C is already fixed speed of light in vacuum, it is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So you can substitute. So this is the velocity of electron in hydrogen atom. I have put Z is equal to 1. Now coming to the next topic, which is energy of electron in a given shell, revolving in a given shell around the nucleus. So by an electron revolving around the nucleus has both the type of energies, kinetic energy as well as potential energy. Let us find out kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is given by half mv square, that everyone knows. Now coming to this only, this equation is helping us at all the places. Centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force. Centripetal force is equal to mv square by r, and electrostatic force is equal to k, charge on nucleus which is Ze, charge on electron which is E upon r square. So this is 1 power of r, this is 2 power of r. So here r will be left. So mv square value is ready. 1 r is left here. Okay, mv square value is ready, which I am going to substitute in the kinetic energy. So I am ready with the expression of kinetic energy. Now I need potential energy. So first of all we have to recall it that electrostatic potential energy is never of single thing. It is of electron with respect to the nucleus. So of electron with respect to the nucleus, okay, denoted by capital U, that is not a problem. So we have written U, it's K 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge nucleus, charge electron by distance. Distance power square will not come, it's distance to the power 1 because it is electrostatic potential energy. Now charge nucleus is Ze, charge electron is minus E, because in potential energy we have to put the charge with sign. This is most important step of this derivation. So please put here minus E. Charge of the electron will be included. So charge nucleus is Ze because nucleus is positively charged but the electron is negatively charged, so it's minus E. So multiplication will give you Ze square negative sign, okay, K Ze square by R. So we are ready with potential energy also. Kinetic energy we have just written above. I have rewritten here. Kinetic energy is equal to half K Ze square by R. Here I have obtained. Here this is kinetic energy. So this I have rewritten there because see I have written here. This is potential energy, right? And this is kinetic energy. Now I need total energy, which will be the sum of kinetic and potential. So we will substitute kinetic energy. This we are substituting, and potential energy also we are substituting. Now see how I have added. Addition is basic addition only. Okay, I have taken common things, K Ze square by R, K Ze square by R I have taken common. So what is left from here is half, and what is left from here is minus 1. Okay, half minus 1 is minus half, that everyone knows. So total energy expression is ready, but it's not fully ready. It is a tentative expression. It will be groomed further. So I have again rewritten kinetic energy and potential energies expression, because we have to do certain comparison here. We have to tell the comparison of kinetic and total, potential energy and total, and kinetic energy and potential energy. So let us tell about the comparison between three types of energies. So you can say kinetic energy and total energy, they are equal in magnitude, but only there is a difference of negative sign. So they both are equal with negative sign. Sorted. Now look at the formula of potential energy and total energy. Potential energy is this, total energy is half of this, and minus half of this. So potential energy is, rather you can say total energy is half minus half of potential energy. Total energy is minus half of potential energy. Now coming to kinetic and potential. So for that you will have to look at the formulas of kinetic and potential. So let us see kinetic is this. Let us see potential is this. So sign is equal, but kinetic energy is half. So kinetic energy is half of this. So these relations are very important relation between kinetic total and potential total and kinetic and potential energy. Now we will groom the expression for total energy that we have obtained. Now in the beginning of this video we have obtained the expression for radius, Bohr's radius. Okay, this is the expression. This R I am going to substitute in total energies formula. That will be my expression for total energy in the nth shell. So you can simply substitute it here using mathematics, and that's all. If something is getting multiplied, for example, E square into E square, that will become E4. Z into Z will become Z square. Similarly, K into K will become K square. So these things you can write. This is the energy of electron in nth shell. Now what is the meaning of negative sign? Negative sign always means the forces are of attractive in nature. Attractive forces are involved. Obviously, nucleus and electron are attracting each other. Okay, now coming to the next section. When an electron makes a jump from higher energy level to lower energy level, from higher to lower, when it makes a jump, it leaves a photon of light. That photon carries the energy equal to the difference of energy of two levels. So you can substitute. See, energy's general expression is this. So if you need energy in N1, you will put here N1. Rest of the expression will remain as it is, minus 2 pi square m k square z square e to the power 4. Everything I have written there. And in place of n, I will write n1 square, nh square. Similarly, energy in n2 shell you can find out same kind of expression, okay, which I have substituted here. Here and here. You can see I have substituted with negative sign. So this negative and this negative will become positive, and I have taken so many things are common, so I have taken common. Positive term is first, so this is 1 by n1 square. Everything is taken out, and this is minus 1 by n2 square. So this is equal to energy. Energy can be opened as h nu. So this is the expression for h nu. Now h, we will take that side. H is going this side. Okay, so it will become your h cube. Okay, now nu can be opened as c by lambda. Okay, expression as it is, right inside as it is. Now c will go down. This c will go down. So we are ready with the expression of 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda is known as wave number, nu bar, wave number. So expression for wave number is ready, and this entire quantity is known as Rydberg's constant, and its value is this. You will have to memorize. So this is simplified formula of wave number. N by 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. N1 is your n initial and n2 is your n final. Where was electron finally and initially? N1 and represent the principal quantum number of those two shells. That's all.